My dad remarried, and forced me to live with the most horrible step-siblings you could imagine, so I'm looking for a way out. So, my dad married my stepmother 3 months ago, and I feel like it has made my life significantly harder and less pleasant. They moved in with us, and this situation will not change for the foreseeable future. We have a 3-bedroom house, and before they moved in, my dad and I had our own rooms, both with bathrooms, and there was a smaller room that was my dad's study. After they moved in, Jenny, 16 feet, soon to be 17 feet, got my room, and I had to share the smaller room with Tom, 11 meters, and Mike, 10 meters. All my books, my telescope, and my stuff are now packed in the basement since there's no space anymore. This made me really angry, but my dad told me that I have to be a team player, and this is what he and his wife agreed on. Jenny treats me terribly. Sometimes she acts as if I'm not there at all, and sometimes she is super aggressive and hostile towards me. The other day, I asked Tom to stop going through my things, and she became so angry, saying that, "You have no right to order my brother around." She told me to get it in my thick skull that I'm not their big brother and can't tell them what to do, even though all I asked was for them to stop going through my things. She said it's best if I don't talk to them at all since that way, they will get less influence from a weirdo like me. What I don't understand is that if she's so concerned that I might be a bad influence on Tom and Mike, why doesn't she take them into her room? Tom and Mike don't respect any boundaries. They're always going through my stuff. I have a watch that was a gift from my mother, she died of cancer, and they took it from my drawer and lost it. I found it weeks later in the basement with its front glass broken. Before they moved in, I used to get a $100 allowance every month. Now Jenny gets $75, I get $35, and Tom and Mike each get $30. I had an Xbox, but these kids broke it. I used to spend a lot of time with my dad. He used to come see me play basketball almost every week. He hasn't done it even once in the past 3 months since he's always working overtime. We eat out once a week, and none of these outings in the past 3 months have been to any of my favorite places, but Jenny, Tom, and Mike have each chosen their favorites more than once. I complained about all of this to my father last week, and he told me that family is all about sacrifices and that I have to make mine. Haven't I made enough sacrifices already? I feel like I'm the only one making sacrifices. I looked forward to them moving in here, but now I feel like an outsider at home. It's not my home anymore. Life has become very difficult for me. I spend as much time as I can outside because being inside is so frustrating, but this is causing problems as well. My dad keeps telling me that not being around means I'm not accepting them as part of the family, while in reality, it's the opposite. So I get grounded for not being around, and being around is horrible. I don't want to live here anymore, but I'm only 15 and can't move out. I have nobody else who can take me in. I can't stay here for 3 more years. I'll go crazy. I often fantasize about running away at night, but I know that's just as horrible, if not worse. I don't know what to do. Can anyone give me a suggestion? Relevant comments. It sounds like Jenny is the biggest problem. If she's 17, is the plan for her to move out soon? Maybe you can talk to your dad about getting your own room and having the 2 younger boys share. She's not going to move out. She will live at home when she goes to college. Parents already have given her the permission to do this. Update. I decided to just ask my dad and stepmother for some time to talk to them, and I showed them my post. They took a good half hour reading it. There were times when it looked like they were going to start crying. Eventually, they told me that they need more time, and we'll talk about it in a couple of days. 2 nights later, my dad asked me to come to their room, and to make it short, they got it. They both hugged me, and at some point, my stepmother started crying. They apologized to me for their negligence and told me that they messed up. They put all their attention and focus on helping my step-siblings adjust to the new living arrangement and neglected how difficult it must have been for me. They promised me that things will change. Regarding the room arrangement, they realized that it was not reasonable. So they offered me the basement, as many of you suggested. We went to the store and bought a lot of supplies and made it a family project for everyone to help refurbish the basement and make it like a bedroom. So I'll have my own room now. It won't have a bathroom like before, but I can share a bathroom with the boys. That's not a problem. The money allowance changed as well. It was Jenny $75, me $35, and Mike and Tom $30 each. Now it's Jenny $60, me $50, and the boys $30 each. So $15 from Jenny comes to me now. I think it's much fairer. It's not as good as the $100 I used to have, but this arrangement is something I can easily understand and accept. Now to Jenny. Well, my stepmother told me that Jenny's problem is not with me. It's that her mother married, and she doesn't like that because she was hopeful that she would return to her dad. Now she's trying to make this not work, and I'm just in her crosshairs. Apparently, she's been a little difficult with my dad as well. She promised me that she will handle Jenny and make sure she won't be a problem. Now to the boys. This is the most difficult one, as they're 10 and 11. They gave me a small lock so I can lock my bag for now, and when the basement is ready, which will be in a couple of weeks, I can lock its door, and only me and the parents will have the key. So at least my stuff will be safe. About other things, they also made little changes to make things easier. They told me that I can come to them with any problems, and my dad promised me some father-son time every couple of weeks as well. I was happy with everything. They addressed most of the issues and found solutions and have so far done their best to do everything they promised. Jenny came to me a few nights later and asked if I would come with her for a walk in the neighborhood as she wanted to talk to me. So we went, and she apologized to me for everything. She told me that she didn't and still doesn't like that her mom married my dad, and she was directing her anger and frustration towards me, the only person she could, which was not right. She said that I'm probably going through similar things as she is, and really, there's no reason for us to make each other's lives even more difficult than they already are. So I accepted her apology, and we shook hands on being on the same team from now on. Honestly, she's been very different ever since. She's helping me a lot in preparing the basement, and she makes Tom and Mike help as well. The other day, when I asked Tom to turn down the TV volume and he refused, she told him to listen to your big brother. Yeah, good things. I hope she remains this way. Overall, things are a lot better. I trust my stepmother a lot more now. Jenny is much better than before, and we're becoming more and more like a family. The place looks and feels like home again. Thanks for all your suggestions and help. I owe you all a lot.